Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's why he say he like the Sixers and the Cavs.
Yeah.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Oh yeah, if the Pelicans win by 6 or more, I win my parlay.
You went with the points.
Yeah, I go by spread. I don't do just straight up.
Yeah.
Well,
straight up don't pay as much, but
yeah, straight up don't exactly.
Send me $50 when you're done.
Unbelievable. But so Mike Tru, man, fumble the bag, bro. So fumble the bag is this term that I use where we just show something unfortunate that happens or something silly or some hysterical, whatever the case. It could be sports, real life, whatever the case. And then I just highlight it.
Okay.
So with that being said, me and BJ just saw this in between breaks. So I'm going to try to pull this up now. It happened tonight. Y'all see that? Tonight, Charlotte ATL. Let's see if it replays. Here it is. Miles Bridges walking away.
Right.
Boom.
There.
Look at. So the fan that he was pissed at, he tried to throw it at him, and it hit this young innocent lady,
the young girl with his
young
mouth
innocent. She's not even doing anything, and look right in the face, mouthpiece, right in the face.
Yeah, you can see it.
Bridget, you fumbled the bag. Oh, man. Now he wants to get in touch with the young lady. Because the whole world has seen it.
You got
jersey.
You got to spend some cash. You got to do something.
Then he said he want to get in contact with her, of course, now. So
yeah,
he know he pulled one of these.
The bag.
Yeah.
I keep forgiving him.
All right, let's move on. Let's keep
she'll
going.
be happy because she's gonna get a slew of stuff. Even though I think she's what arena were they in?
They were in
They were in where?
They were in Atlanta.
Oh, they're in Atlanta. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, he can't offer nothing. He's gonna have to talk to the Atlanta Falcons and be like, "Look, I'm gonna pay for this. Let her.
The
Give
Hawks.
her this. Give her that."
The Falcons.
Yeah, the Hawks. I don't know if it's football season.
Oh man, he think about that liquor after Sunday.
See, this is what happens when you drink on these podcasts.
That's true. No more sponsors. But look at this, y'all. Here's my next candidate for Fumble the Bag.
Yeah.
So y'all can see it says fan glued to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
A young lady came out I don't know if it was during the break or whatever, literally glued herself down to the floor. Literally. I'm hoping it restarts so y'all can see. Here it is right here.
Yeah, right there.
Y'all see they trying to help her?
Different, man.
So here's the problem. What type of glue do you think can keep you glued to the floor? I mean, if nothing else, two things gonna happen. You're gonna rip your shirt or whatever, or you're gonna rip your skin.
You're gonna peel some skin, yeah.
What do you think was gonna happen?
Come on, it was for the love of the game. Come on.
Yeah, all right.
Chain yourself to the basketball post, and then tell them, all right, y'all gonna have to go get some bolt cutters to get me out of here. And you know the stadiums probably don't have no bolt cutters. They'd have to call Home Depot. You gotta come up with a better plan. So for that, she fumbled the bag.
Oh, she straight fumbled the bag.
Come on, man. Did you think this through? Like, I'm gonna glue myself.
Of course not.
They won't be able to get me up. What? Were you naked?
Oh, yeah, that's I don't even know what she was thinking when she game planned that at the end of the day.
Oh, they won't be able to. She probably thought they'll never be able to get me up. I'll be down here for the whole game, interrupting the whole game until they figure out a way to get me up. And then it's easily up. Come on up. I didn't even get a chance to dry before they realized, what are you doing? Get your behind
Right.
up. Yeah, she's an idiot. All right.
Man. All right, let's see.
What you drinking on over there?
This is Christian Brothers.
All right,
Okay.
okay, Mr. Christian Brothers. All right, so Jordan Poole, Golden State. So check it out.
What happened? I'm
Just look at it from the top again. It's playing again.
He got
Here it
the
is.
sleeve.
Yep, he dropped it on the ground. Now look.
Man.
He loses his own sleeve. He loses his own sleeve, drops it, and then slips over his own sleeve that he just dropped.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That's a second the fool right there, legit. Maybe him for a few games off the strength. If that was game one, they might need to suspend Jordan Poole for game one. Unbelievable.
Wait. I did not know he slipped on his own sleeve. Oh.
That is
man. That's why he fumbled the bag.
And
he fumbled because he fumbled his sleeve.
No, the way he had looked at it is that Trae Young pulled his sleeve off when he was trying to snatch off the ball, and so he was like, "Ref, why did you call the foul? Look, he took my sleeve off." So he just shook it off, threw it, and then slipped on it like a peel.
He said Trae Young. He BJ just fumbled the bag himself because that was not Trae Young.
He fumbled the bag up
that
there.
wasn't Trae Young.
No, that was not. That was not.
Unless he got traded to the Spurs like today.
Oh, that was the Spurs. I don't know who it was. Whatever it was.
Yeah,
whatever it was. Whoever it was playing it.
Yeah, that's for BJ.
I ain't got nothing in here, no.
All right, let's see here. All right, I got another one, y'all.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Russell Westbrook said about Frank Vogel, "I'm not sure what his issue was with me." Westbrook on LeBron and AD saying, "Let Russ be Russ" throughout the season. Yeah, but that wasn't true. Let's be honest. All right, let's continue. On his time with the Lakers, I just felt that I was never given a fair chance just to be who I needed to be able to be to help this team. All right. Let me start with this.
I'm out of here. Y'all got it, man.
Yeah, let me start with this. Russell Westbrook. So Frank Vogel was the reason you were hitting the side of the backboard and the top of the backboard when you shot jump shot. Russell Westbrook, Frank Vogel was the reason you didn't play defense. Russell Westbrook, Frank Vogel is the reason you turning the ball over 9 times, 10 times, 8 times. Come on, bro. You blaming Vogel? Come on, for real?
Talk about it.
Frank Vogel wasn't the one that has you almost dead to last in 3-point percentage among those who took enough shots in the league.
Exactly.
Which means you can't shoot. Yo, here's the problem I have with Westbrook. He used to be one of my favorite players until this year because he won't do one thing and one thing only. Take responsibility.
Yes.
Yo, we would love you, Russell Westbrook, if you said, "Yo, y'all, I let y'all down. I had a bad season. I'm going to go in the offseason, work on my game. Trust me, this will not be the Russell Westbrook you see next year." If you said something like that and took blame for your own, I got to get better at shooting the three. I got to get my mid-range jumper back. I got to stop turning the ball over. I know I got to improve in those things. Look, y'all, I apologize
no accountability.
To the fan base. All you got to do is say that. And guess what they would say? All right, we'll give you another chance, Russ, because at least you're admitting it. But he wants to divert the attention off himself and blame the coach. I was never given a chance. The fans are mean because they were death threats to my family. Okay, that's not funny. But my point is, he tried to get out of just say, I'm playing bad. Yo, I stink. I don't know what's going on. I stink this year. If I was a coach, I would bench me. If you said something like that, people would be like, you know what? He's at least admitting he has his faults. But he won't admit he screwed up this year. He won't admit it.
No accountability.
He admitted it.
No accountability at all.
No accountability.
I used to like Russ, man.
I did too. On Russ. Go work on your 3-point shot. All right, go ahead.
This isn't a fumble the bag.
This
is not a fumble the bag, but I wanted to shout this out, especially since BJ went to a HBCU as well.
Yeah. I went to try C. I went to try C. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's probably an HBCU. Folks just don't realize it.
Right.
They won't.
So Amisha Williams Holiday, first HBCU player drafted into the WNBA since 2002, had to show her some love.
Back to state, all right.
All right, let's see. But all right, back to Fumble the Bag. I just wanted to shout her out. Let's see here.
Followers and Wiz Khalifa, man, I love you, brother. You know what I mean? I'm still riding around, you know, banging black and yellow. And when I see you again, you a legend, man. It's Pennsylvania, baby. Philly to Pittsburgh, but I had to unfollow him today, man. Every time I come on my page, man, you in your draws, man. You giving up strapping ball action, man. You know, every day, man, I can't do 8 balls in the corner pocket every day when I wake up, man. I love you, though, man. Wiz Khalifa, man. I love you, brother. You know what I mean? I'm still riding around. I appreciate all the support, man, too. You know, I got 100,000 followers in 8 hours, right? They can't hold no real down. You know, I talked to that super soft, extra sensitive swab cotton, right? He said, you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. He said, people was laughing at me, Gilly. I don't like to be laughed at. He said, I felt like you was bringing down another black man. I was like, I told you to put some drawers on. I mean, because I told you to put some shorts over top of your drawers.
Gilly a fool,
don't bring it down another black man.
Gilly's a fool.
Extra super soft, cottony swab. It's all good. You can't own a real back though, man. I'm the streets, man. Got 30-something million followers and 400 comments. They don't matter no more. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
They don't matter, baby. Plus our money already in the bank. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. So this is why I had to broadcast Fumble the Bag. Not for Gilly, not for him. It's for Wiz. It's for Wiz Khalifa. You really said he bringing another black man down because he was joking?
What? Listen.
Yo, look, and this is, so Wiz clearly fumbled the bag. Let me hit the drop.
Come on,
so he clearly fumbled the bag, but off of Wiz, because that's crazy. We don't even need to explain that. But isn't it hard I feel like being a comedian today, it's one of the hardest jobs now.
So I 100% agree with you. Is that now all the comedians are damn near at like, oh, I can't make a joke now? Like, come on. That's what we do. We joke about each other. You should have laughed that off. Like, yeah, that's what I do. I work out.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
put some balls on? Come on, man.
Yeah,
that's not even disrespectful.
It's not. That's what I'm
put some drawers on.
Listen, I'm sorry, Will Smith, to bring you back up, but you got everybody on edge. All these comedians now.
Yeah.
T.I.? I don't know if this happened before.
Oh, the T.I. and Barclays? T.I. and Barclays? Oh, no.
Snatch the mic off somebody.
Yeah, you talking about the woman that joked about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that before or after?
That was after the Will Smith.
Exactly. See, now everybody getting screw comedians. Why? Don't even go to a comedy show then.
That's what Will Smith just started a bad trend.
I'm like, come on.
You saw what Chris Rock. You saw what Chris Rock brother said though. He did a comedy set like probably like 4 or 5 nights after the Will Smith slap. He let one of y'all mofos come on this stage. I dare you. He said, I dare you. Come on, try to come on this stage.
It ain't sweet like that, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's ridiculous. And this last Fumbled the Bag, this one isn't really funny, but I still gotta put him out here because it's ridiculous.
Oh,
I hate anytime anybody is killed, he dies. But he was a guy that was living to be dead, so to speak. They told him don't under any circumstances leave school early. You just don't have the work habits. You don't have this. You don't have that. What did he do? Left school early. Dan, I hate anytime anybody is killed or anybody dies. But he was a guy that was living to be dead, so to speak.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just stop that there. So that came out the day of the announcement of the death. That's sickening. That's disgusting.
Absolutely sick.
What?
I came out early. I'm living to die. What the?
He
said, that's so disrespectful, man.
Was living to be dead. He was already living to be dead because he left school early. So you're gonna say all this stuff? That's ridiculous.
First of all, rest in peace to Ohio State Buckeye Haskins. We should have probably led off our show with that because we all Ohio State Buckeye fans, and you gave us a hell of a year when you did that one year. But let's come on. That was uncalled for comment. This
very uncalled for. Very uncalled for.
I don't want to always lean the race. I don't. I just want to call him an idiot. So I'm not going to even go play the race card. He's just an old idiot. That's it. I can't. I don't know what else to call him.
Yeah. It was an idiotic statement.
You know how many players came out early? Like a whole lot of players came out early. They all living to die. Come on, stop.
Especially on the day that he unfortunately passed. Like, come on, man. That's horrible.
Had you said that as he was throwing an interception, not living to die part, but he came out too early. Okay, nobody would argue that.
Right.
It's been a lot of bad taste with this whole Haskins thing. It's just Black people that die in general. There's been a lot of bad takes from the other community in general, and I'm just sick of it, man. But it is what it's life. But
for sure,
people definitely say more than what they should say at times.
Absolutely.
No,
absolutely.
Oh my God!
They ain't gonna try to walk it back and apologize. What? No. What do you think?
Yeah.
Man?
No.
I mean, Adam Scheffler did the same thing, sort of, kind of.
Oh, he did?
Did he?
Oh, y'all didn't see the tweet? The first tweet he made about Haskins?
Mm-mm.
It wasn't too bad, but it was kind of like what do you say? Unsuccessful quarterback Dwayne Haskins that failed at Washington, and where else was he at? Pittsburgh. Tragically died today, and then he made a tweet later on that corrected it and said, "Standout Ohio State quarterback Dwayne Haskins, blase.
So he went with the negative first.
He went with the negative.
Like, violence. Schefter, you should know better.
He chose violence
tragedy. First. We don't have to worry. Listen, there'll be plenty of people who want to talk about his career as a pro versus his college career. Great. We understand.
But they ain't the time for it.
It wasn't the time. Thank you. It wasn't the time.
Wasn't the time. Bad taste. Distasteful.
Bad take. Yeah, I didn't know.
Uh-oh. Spurs on a 13-1 run.
Uh-oh, here they come.
Man, they were down by like 22.
What'd you say?
They're down 9 points. All right, so I got one last thing for y'all. One last thing before we get out of here. Y'all see that?
Yeah, I'm out of here, man. You done made me listen. I was already triggered. You done triggered me to a point. I'm out of here, man.
So Baker back at home in Austin, and he was on the podcast today.
Right.
And this was the most important expert from what he said. I feel disrespected 100%. So he said that. Now I'm gonna show you a couple of clips.
Okay.
From that podcast.
Completely like full front, like basically 90% in the back. And then that was week 2. I did that in the first half. Played the rest of the game, was fine. Because like
sure I was watching that game. Rare sit down for me.
It was a Mayfield versus Amendola. It was a showdown.
Love it. Shout out Danny, the best.
Amendola. But then 4 weeks later, we were playing the Cardinals, and I dislocated my shoulder again. But I dislocated it so bad and at a different angle that the bone, like the humerus that goes up into your shoulder socket, like the big bone right here, comes up into your ball and socket, and it forced its way out. And I fractured the bone because it wasn't going to be like just a clean exit.
Right.
So I fractured the bone. So when I had the labrum done and that fracture, the inflammation, I had no function in my left shoulder. And we were going into a Thursday game that week. Monday, I couldn't lift my arm, but I literally, when I couldn't raise my arm, I was like, I can't do this. But things like that happen because you know what? I was blessed to be drafted in the position I was in.
Right.
So financially, I can sit out that game and know that I'm in a different position to where I can come back when I'm healthy and be fine. Guys that are paycheck to paycheck and are trying to earn a spot, it's not an option.
So was this the first year that you had like a real health battle? How tough was that?
One thing after another. It was,
mentally tough.
Mentally tough because it was like I was trying to be tough and fight through it, but then physically I wasn't as capable of doing what I normally was. So when I wasn't performing on the field, that's when it really started going downhill. It's like I can tough it out. I don't care. I'm not going to complain about it. Like everybody's banged up. Like I play quarterback. I don't get hit nearly as much as these guys that literally smash somebody every play.
Yeah.
I have no reason to complain. But then when it started hindering my play and it going downhill, like that's when I was like, shit. And that's when I started losing my own self-confidence and just losing myself. And like this past year was rough. It was rough on me, my family. It sucked because it's like I knew what I could be doing, but I physically wasn't in a state to do it. And then because physically it was mental. And it just like the whole thing was one after another. And so like that's why this whole process of now, like I don't know where I'm going next. Well, so I tore, grew up from a family that, raised me. I got my education, got my degree, but like you look at a bunch of other sad stories, it's like if guys don't play ball, then shit happens.
Right.
Like that's their way out.
Right.
And so when people are like so critical of it, it's like these guys that's the way
life's on the line.
I would love to show up to somebody's cubicle and just boo the shit out of them. And see and watch them crumble.
10,000 people.
Now, I'm wrong.
This guy sucks.
I'm wrong for saying that. I'm wrong for saying that.
We talk about that all the time, though. We said that on the show.
I was blessed to grow up here and grow up.
So
I seen those clips earlier in the day, and I read some of the comments, and everybody went back to this one time he was on the podium and said, "If I'm unable to go, I will gladly sit. I will just sit." Now this contradicts everything that has been. That's all I got to say. I'll believe it at that.
Listen,
That's it.
I'll get to the comment about the fans in a second, booing fans in their cubicles. What I want to say is, Baker, you could have sat. You could have pulled, just said, "Yo, I can't go. I understand you want to be a tough guy." But when you saw you were hurting, then I don't blame just him. Because the coach at some point has to say, "All right, you're done. You're done. All right, sit down. We got this. Go heal yourself. We're good. you got to go sit out for a while until this gets better. So I blame not just him, but the coach as well. So Stefanski deserves some blame. But Baker, just like that comment you said, if I know I can't go and I'm hurting my team, sit your behind down. You were not a good enough quarterback to lead us while injured. Just say that. Just say, hey, listen, I tried to bet on myself because you're in the contract here. You want to read. I'm going to go out there and tough it out. I want to show my teammates I'm tough, I'm tough, I'm tough. We're scoring 14, 16, 15, 17 points a game. Yep. No, Baker. Now, getting to the comment of the cubicle. Listen, if I'm getting paid millions of dollars a year sitting in my cubicle, come boo me, Jack.
Yeah.
Me all day long because I'm getting paid $18 million a year for you to come boo me. Oh, I'm gonna sit there and type my programs and do.
Talk about it.
All you want. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go to the coffee machine. I'm gonna come back and do. I'm getting paid $18 million. I'm gonna suck it up.
18.
You were playing bad, Baker. Accept the fact I'm playing bad and say it. Just say, yo, I was thinking up the joint. I deserve to get booed. But now, why doesn't anyone want to take responsibilities for their bad play? Oh, the fans were booing me.
That's Baker. That's Baker personality, man.
Did you hear what he said, though? You are correct. Did you hear what he said? He said, with the position that I got drafted, I'm elevated compared to other people. So I had to do what I had to do at the end of the day. That is true, but it's also false.
No, don't get me wrong. I got you. If you want to give it a shot, 1 or 2 weeks, but as you saw how you stunk up the joint, and you were just playing mediocre at best, and mediocre at best is not what we needed at that position. Come on, Baker, take some responsibility and say, yeah, my injury affected me more than I thought it would. Okay,
right.
I deserve to be booed. I was not playing well. Great. I'm going to work on in the off season. I'm going to get better. I'm going to do this. So what happened to all the? Where's your publicist? Did they not tell you what to say?
Remember what I told you? I told you his agent fumbled the bag. Telling y'all, Baker's agent fumbled the bag. He did.
Why do you say that again? What was that again?
I said I told you this a while ago. But this was back when football was still going on. I said Baker agent fumbled the bag. His agent.
Why?
Because his agent should have told him to sit down. That's what your agent is for.
Yeah.
Your agent is the one outside of your coach and your staff and the players to speak to you outside of all of them and give you some wisdom on the outside.
Wisdom, like, yo, you're fucking up your chances of a long-term contract.
Yes.
Get your ass down.
Get your butt down. Yeah.
Did y'all ever hear the theory about Stefanski? Stefanski was fine with him choosing if he plays or not for himself because Stefanski already knew he wasn't the guy.
That's what I told. That's what I told BJ.
Yeah, I heard this. So you purposely ruined our season, then, Stefanski. Should try to prove a point to management that he wasn't the guy? No, we're trying to win a Super Bowl every year. Give us the best chance to win a Super Bowl every single game.
All right, let me ask you this.
You don't do that because you want to prove a point to management. Again, Stefanski, that's your problem and your fault.
Let me ask you this. If we would have had played Case Keenum those games, some of them games that Baker played in that he was definitely injured in, will we have won some of those games? Do you believe we would have won some of those
All
games?
We needed to win was 2 more. And we would have made the playoffs. I think 10-6 was the record, right? 10-7 now because we got we were 8-9.
Mm-hmm.
If we go 10-7, we're right in that mix. And I think even though Baker Mayfield I think Casey Keenum went 1-1 when he came in. Was it 1-1? I thought he won maybe 2 games. I thought Case Keenum won 2 out of those 8 games anyway, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But what I'm saying is, could Case Keenum have? I'm not saying we would have been this powerhouse offense, no, but could we have turned that, especially that Baltimore game? There's no way. I think I could have won that game.
We'll never get that game again.
4 interceptions.
We will never see a game like that from Lamar ever again in our lives.
Ever again. And we couldn't win it.
It was served on a platter for us. It was
Served
on
on
a
a
platter.
platter. Here.
On a
First
platter.
team to have 4 interceptions and not win a game. What the
Only
hell?
Cleveland. Iliyaas called me after the game and said, only Cleveland. Only Cleveland. What only happened here. Nowhere else.